Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 520, The Secret of the Old Lighthouse. Intermediate. The wind howled around the cliffs of St. Ives, a small coastal town in Cornwall, England. The old lighthouse stood tall, its paint peeling from years of salt and storms. Nobody had lived there for decades, and locals whispered that it was haunted. But Anna, a curious young woman with bright green eyes, didn't believe in ghosts. She loved history and solving mysteries, and the lighthouse was her latest obsession. Anna had moved to St. Ives a year ago to teach English at a small school. Her students, adults from all over the world, often asked her about the lighthouse. "Why does it look so sad?" one student, Maria from Spain, had asked. Anna didn't have an answer, but she promised to find out. That promise led her to this chilly evening, standing at the lighthouse door with a torch in her hand. The door creaked as she pushed it open. Inside, the air was damp and smelled of seaweed. Her torch lit up cobwebs and broken furniture. She climbed the spiral staircase, her footsteps echoing. At the top, she found the old lamp room where the lighthouse keeper once kept the light burning to guide ships. Now it was empty, except for a dusty wooden box in the corner. Anna's heart raced as she opened the box. Inside was a leather-bound journal, its pages yellow with age. The writing was neat but faded. It belonged to Thomas Penrose, the last lighthouse keeper, who disappeared in 1895. Anna sat on the cold floor and began to read. Thomas wrote about his life, the lonely nights and the ships he saved from crashing into the rocks. But one entry caught Anna's attention. It was dated October 12th, 1895, the night he vanished. "I found it," Thomas wrote, "the secret of the cliffs. A cave below the lighthouse holds a treasure, hidden by smugglers long ago. I must protect it, but they are coming for me." Anna's hands trembled. Smugglers? Treasure? She had heard stories of Cornwall's smuggling past, but this felt real. The journal mentioned a hidden door in the lighthouse's base that led to the cave. Anna hurried downstairs, her torch shaking in her hand. She searched the walls until she found a loose stone. She pushed it, and with a low rumble, a small door opened. The passage was narrow and dark, sloping down towards the sea. Anna followed it, her heart pounding. The air grew colder, and she could hear waves crashing. Finally, she reached the cave. Her torch revealed old wooden crates and barrels. One crate was open, filled with gold coins and sparkling jewels. Anna gasped. This was the smuggler's treasure. But then she heard footsteps behind her. She turned, shining her torch. A man stood there, his face shadowed. "You shouldn't be here," he said, his voice low and rough. Anna recognized him, Mr. Hawkins, a quiet fisherman from the town. "This treasure belongs to my family," he said. "My great-grandfather was a smuggler. I've been guarding it my whole life." Anna's mind raced. She didn't want trouble. "I won't tell anyone," she said, "but this belongs in a museum for everyone to learn from." Mr. Hawkins stared at her, then nodded slowly. "Maybe you're right," he said. "I'm tired of hiding." The next day, Anna called the local museum. Experts came to study the treasure, and soon it was displayed for all to see. The lighthouse wasn't haunted anymore. It was famous. Anna's students visited, amazed by her discovery. Maria smiled and said, "You made the lighthouse happy again." Anna felt proud. She had solved a mystery, uncovered history, and brought her students closer to the town they now called home. Vocabulary notes. Howled, verb, meaning to make a long, loud, mournful sound like a wolf or the wind. Context in the story: the wind howled around the cliffs of St. Ives, a small coastal town in Cornwall, England. This describes the loud, eerie sound of the wind, creating a dramatic atmosphere. Example sentence: the wind howled through the night, making it hard to sleep. Similar words: wailed, the storm wailed outside, shaking the windows. Screeched, the wind screeched as it passed through the narrow valley. Moaned, the old house moaned in the strong wind. Peeling, verb used as adjective, meaning when something like paint or skin comes off in small pieces or strips. Context in the story: the old lighthouse stood tall, its paint peeling from years of salt and storm. This shows the lighthouse's worn condition due to exposure to the sea. Example sentence: the paint on the old barn was peeling, revealing the wood underneath. Similar words: flaking, the old sign's paint was flanking, making it hard to read. Chipping, the paint on the boat was chipping after years at sea. Crumbling, the wall's plaster was crumbling in the damp air. Obsession, noun, meaning a strong, often uncontrollable interest or preoccupation with something. Context in the story: but Anna, a curious young woman with bright green eyes, didn't believe in ghosts. She loved history and solving mysteries, and the lighthouse was her latest obsession. This highlights Anna's intense focus on the lighthouse. Example sentence: reading detective novels became her obsession after she solved her first mystery. Similar words: passion, his passion for old cars led him to restore a vintage model. Fixation, she had a fixation on finding the lost treasure. Fascination, his fascination with history made him visit every museum in town. Creaked, verb, meaning to make a sharp, high-pitched sound, often when something old or wooden moves. Context in the story: the door creaked as she pushed it open. This describes the sound of the old lighthouse door, adding to the spooky setting. Example sentence: the wooden floor creaked as she walked across the old house. Similar words: squeaked, the rusty gate squeaked when she opened it. Groaned, the old chair groaned under his weight. Grated, the hinges grated as the heavy door swung open. Damp, adjective, meaning slightly wet, often in an unpleasant way, usually due to moisture in the air. Context in the story: inside, the air was damp and smelled of seaweed. This describes the unpleasant, moist atmosphere inside the lighthouse. Example sentence: the clothes felt damp after being left outside in the fog. Similar words: moist, the cave was moist and cold, making her shiver. Soggy, the ground was soggy after the rain. Humid, the air was humid, making everything feel sticky. Trembled, verb, meaning to shake slightly, often because of fear, excitement, or cold. Context in the story: Anna's hands trembled as she opened the box. This shows Anna's nervousness and excitement when discovering the journal. Example sentence: his voice trembled as he spoke about his fears. Similar words: shivered, she shivered in the cold wind by the sea. Quivered, her lips quivered as she tried not to cry. Shook, his hands shook with excitement as he opened the letter. Rumble, noun, verb, meaning a low, continuous, heavy sound like thunder or something moving. Context in the story: she pushed it, and with a low rumble, a small door opened. This describes the sound of the hidden door opening, adding suspense. Example sentence: a rumble of thunder warned of the coming storm. Similar words: grumble, the old engine made a grumble as it started. Roar, the waterfall's roar echoed through the valley. Murmur, a murmur of voices came from the next room. Sparkling, adjective, meaning shining or glittering brightly, often with small flashes of light. Context in the story: one crate was opened, filled with gold coins and sparkling jewels. This describes the beauty and value of the treasure Anna found. Example sentence: the sparkling stars lit up the clear night sky. Similar words: glittering. The glittering diamonds caught everyone's attention. Gleaming. The polished silver tray was gleaming in the light. Shimmering. The lake was shimmering under the moonlight. Story written by Grok 3 AI. Image created by Grok 3 AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.